Alright, let us continue our Pillars of Eternity playthrough. I believe where we left off is we were finished with the town. All we have to do is level up our character, and then we could be on our way to, start completing some of these side quests and stuff. I believe that's where we left off. I'll know once I log in. The first load screen is always the longest, so I apologize for the long wait. It's nice to be home, play some games, stream, relax for a bit. Long day at work. Nice thing about streaming a game is it keeps me honest with actually beating a game. I always had a bad penchant for playing a game and then I would stall or get bored or something like that and then never, pick the game back up. But this is day 25 of playing Pillars of Eternity. Not necessarily contiguous days. And streaming's kept me honest. I'm gonna play through the game 100%. Finish all quests and beat the game. Okay, so I rested, so now it's time to level up my second new character, who's a barbarian. So it looks like a barbarian is heavy in athletics and then a little survival and a little stealth. So we'll just do one of each. 2 athletics. Okay, class abilities. 1 per encounter. Barbarian deals a massive blow, causing additional crits and extra damage on crits. Carnage is not affected. Alright, let's do that. Let's do another athletics, 1 stealth, 1 survival. Okay, we got Frenzy. Sends the Barbarian into a frenzied state, granting a Might, Constitution, attack speed bonus, but causing deflection penalty. Oh, and it hides endurance and health. That's cool. Savage Defiance. It's basically a self-heal. Blooded. Oh, that's kind of nice. 25% damage when endurance is below 25%. Let's do the passive. Okay, let's do another athletics. Pardon me for the cough. Okay, let's do accurate carnage. Stealth, survival. Bloodlust. Oh, Bloodlust is awesome. Okay, looks like we're done with class-specific talents. So let's go to offensive. We're going to go to weapon style. Because she's going to dual wield. She's going to be a meat cleaver. Let's do 1 stealth, 1 survival. Oh, threatening presence is awesome. Yeah, let's go with that. Now, she is fugly as hell. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do self plus 15 interrupt. Let's do brute force. Let's pick a weapon, two weapon types. She's currently wielding a sword and an axe. I know I've got good swords. So this will allow her to be more accurate with Battle Axe, Sword, and Morning Star. So let's do that. Let's do thick-skinned. Okay, so let's do another weapon type. Not that. That's a saber. I've got plenty of good sabers. That might be an option. Let's do the one with the sabers, because I know I have good sabers. Okay. Let's do Barbaric Retaliation. And let's do another Stealth. Let's do Bloody Slaughter. Alright. And now let's get her equipped.
I'm here.
I think I already talked to her. Yes. And I already talked to him.
My thoughts wander often to the lost builders of this fortress we seek. They were erased from the world. I wonder, was it meant to be so?
Everything happens with a purpose, even if it is unclear to us.
And Alpazka would agree. A cruel fate is as perfect as a joyous one. Still, it is hard not to wonder why. Zawa is ready. These feuds between Ogre...
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Zawa
so
is ready.
He has Torment's Reach, requires 1 wound. That 3 per rest grants him 1 wound. 2 per encounter, melee only. She has Barbaric Yell, which frightens the enemies. Barbaric Blow. So let's go ahead and equip her with weapons and armor. Oh, she's already got... Oh, apparently she uses light armor. I was not expecting that. Let's give her some stuff. One way or the other, we're getting the inventory sorted out just by adding more characters to the mix. Okay. Oh, that cape is crap. Okay, first let's look for armor. She uses light armor. That's an option. That's an option. Sorry about the cough. Okay, let's see. So she needs okay, that looks good for her. Okay, so she needs rings. I really don't have any rings. I guess we'll equip those just so she has something in those slots. Doesn't look like I have any belts either. Okay, so weapons. There's a sword. We'll take a look at that. Morning Star. We'll take a look at that. Estoc. Well, she's going to be dual wielding. Rapier. Saber. Mace. Sword. Saber. Sword. Flail. Okay, so those are all the weapons really tailored for how I have her spec'd. So before we do that, let's look and make sure I remember correctly. Weapon focus, Knight. Battle Axe, Sword, Morning Star. Saber, Stiletto, Club, Pistol, Blunderbuss. So it's really sabers, swords, or Morning Stars. That means some of this stuff can go back in. Like Flail can go back. Flail can go back. So that leaves her a sword. Rapiers can go back. Swords and sabers. Rapiers can go back. Sword. Sword. Saber. Okay, so she has the choice of that. Let's look at her. That's a intellect-based light armor. That's Durance's starting armor. We're not going to use that. Okay, so now it's just weapons. Let's look at these three. Okay. From a pure damage perspective, these two are ahead. Okay, so out of these three, Cat's Claw and Resolution. So Cat's Claw and Resolution are contenders. Let's look at these two. Okay, that one's not really an option. Its damage is too low, and it doesn't really have any good stacks or specs. This is an option, the flames. Okay, so these three weapons are the options. These can go back in. But of these three, which are the best? 18 to 26, 18 to 26, 20 to 29. This one obviously has to be one of them, just from a pure damage perspective. I think Cat's Claw's got to be the other one. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go with Cat's Claw and the Flames. So we're going to bank that one. Sword in one hand. Saber in the other. And now she is good to go. Let's see if we can enchant anything. Exceptional. Of Might 2. Slash proofed. Let's see if we can enchant any of these weapons any further. No on that. The big Noperuni. And we can on this one. Let's do Slain Wilder. Okay, so we are good to go.
Yeah.
Let's see about rearranging the group dynamic now. We got 4 melee. We'll do that, and then we'll put these guys closer. Let's see how that looks. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a cough. Lately it's been... I thought I'd been getting over it, but the cough's just bad. We're going to do a quick once-over around the town to make sure I've talked to everybody. For the sole fact, it seemed like as I put out the fire, more NPCs came available. And after I did this, more NPCs became available. So I just want to make sure that I've talked to everybody that's named. I'm already sure about the inside the buildings. So we're just going to worry about outside the buildings. I believe I already talked to
I
her.
hope you've
Let's
had
make
some
sure.
luck.
Feels like it's hardly worth putting the huts back up.
Better than standing out here shivering.
Okay, it looks like we got everybody. So what we will do is we will head... Let's see. Let's look at our quests. Durgan's Battery, then a bunch of side quests. Let's just head to a place and we'll fully explore and we'll complete whatever quests we run across. No reason to have to find a specific quest. We got plenty to do. Let's see. We got Longwatch Falls or Russetwood. Or Durgan's Battery, but that's the main quest. I don't want to do that yet. Let's go to Russetwood. I'm so sorry. Wage payday. 900 copper pans. Down to 17,000. What am I to do? Okay, so let's we can go up or we can go south. I think that is trying to tell us to go up. So let's go up.
Let's go.
Zawa is ready.
Take that!
Let Right.
Ice Troll, we needed him.
Lead the way.
Sure.
There's the Ice Troll heart. Let's make sure
I'll
it's
see
not
what's
trapped.
ahead.
The simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves and feathers. A pair of curving bones flanks the altar. Examine the shrine more closely. The shrine does not appear to be frequented very often, though traces of old candle wax line the edges of the stone. Under a dust and a frost, you note a rectangular section of the altar's surface that seems to be cleaner than the rest, as if something once rested here. Touch the altar. You feel a tingle run up your arm as you set your fingers to the altar. In the instants after, the wind seems to die down, the sound of the wilderness growing muted to your hearing. Then you hear a sudden low growl, quickly joined by more. A vision strikes you like a sudden memory, though it is unbound by time or place. Within a sea of darkness you see a great beast, formless save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps with increasing perspiration and savagery, and for a moment you feel its rage as your own, a possessive fury that tears at you. Something has been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be blood. The vision fades just as swiftly as it came. The altar stands silent and still, and the air fills again with the occasional trill of birdsong. Alright, let's head south here. Alright, let's talk to the Winter Wolf. This wolf lies in the snow, panting with exhaustion and pain. An arrow has pierced its foreleg, jutting gruesomely from the animal's flank. The wolf growls softly as you approach, tail between its legs. Examine the wound. The wolf appears to have crossed a hunter's path. A silver arrow has pierced the wolf's leg. The state of the fletching suggests the wolf tried to gnaw it off. Try to remove the arrow. The wolf goes still at first, but the moment you lay hands on its injured leg, it begins to thrash in panic. Yelping in pain, it snaps at your hands and then lunges toward you. Well, guess we tried to help it. We tried, chat. Sorry about that. Just 1 second. we got? A fine hunting bow, fine hide armor, and a stag helm. That may actually be good for her. Let's take a look. Who has what helms? Stealthy of perception one. Let's give it to him. He's got a lesser helm. At least hers. Well, she's got the same shitty helm. So either way, it's replacing one of the shitty helms.
Right.
I will walk unseen.
Oh, there's a rock. Speckleberry jerky. Doesn't seem to be anything much there. Like, the way I typically handle large areas covered in fog of war is I do an outskirt, and then I work my way inside. That's the way my logical brain allows me to tackle things. The cracked wooden staff is nearly buried beneath the frost and snow. To your senses, the gathered essence shines like a beacon. Examine the area. The camp is long abandoned, and what remains is buried beneath a layer of ice and snow. The staff seems to be the sole item of note. Touch the broken staff. You reach out with your watcher senses and feel the drifting soul surge forward as if eager to be heard. A feeling of fear and urgency ripples through you. Here, across the distance spanned by time and identity, you know only that you are out of time. Ninigauth.
Did you think to escape me by climbing a mountain? I would have tracked you across the sea, thief.
Please, Master, have mercy. I kept the grimoire hidden safely away, and I can take you to it.
The book is nothing. If you had studied a little longer, you might have learned that. But no apprentice of mine will steal from me and live.
Wait, no!
That's unusual.
Tattered map. This yellowed piece of parchment shows a rough drawing of a cluster of trees, but little else. They could be anywhere in the mine will merge. Cluster of trees and a rock to the lower left. Duly noted. See what's going on here. Dargles and some vampires. Felisa, gently with the fingers, they're the best part. I don't want... A slow smile creeps across her face at your approach. The other men and women turn to look at you, their mouths filthy with blood and gobbets of flesh. Well, hello there, handsome. What brings you to this part of Russet Wood? Why don't you tell me what brings you here? The god of death has willed that we are to remain here as servants of the Pallid Knight. There is a path to the wheel that some stray from, patrons of animancy, the very old, the blindly lucky. We set them right, and Bareth allows us to consume them, that we might continue his work until it is decided that we too have overstayed. But until then, we relish the journey. I'm looking for an ogre matron. Oh, how nice. She's staring at you intently now and doesn't appear to have heard your answer. Amawa. And Amawa, she looks you up and down. I wonder if you taste more like swordfish or speckleback, or maybe neither. Roll your eyes, stoic. That's me, I'm stoic and rational. She and her friends rush at you.
Yes?
Let's go. Let's go.
Gibbed. Morningstar plate armor. Nothing good, really.
Sure.
Many of these frozen corpses are missing fingers or have had chunks of flesh cut out from their thighs and torso.
You can trust me.
Huh? Shh. Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Right.
Campfire, it's not really needed yet. Belt of the Royal Deadfire Cannoneer. Bound to Aloth. Cool. Alright, so it got upgraded. It's good to know.
Huh?
Okay, there's a cave there. Let's go back to over here and finish exploring the northern section.
That's not very helpful.
Let's see, a fine hatchet. Ooh, belts. I need belts. Journal page. Some campfires. Okay, so let me look at this belt. 15 trap accuracy, -1 weapon change recovery, +1 dex. So who lacks a belt? Durance and Manea. So let's give it to Manea. Why not?
Right.
I'll see what I can find.
There's another cave there. Looks like we're gonna have to go around some
You
tree
should test that ice with
outliers.
something heavy. Make sure it's safe. Maybe with an overweight priest that can't shut up.
These stones are strangely warm to the touch, though most of the runes are indecipherable. A few look like names, gravestones. Boots of speed. I'm sure somebody can use some boots. Let's see. Does anybody lack boots? No. She's not going to sneak attack. I'd rather her be faster. Okay, so it looks like we've worked our way in a circle. Let's go here. There were some elves and ogres down here. And we'll start clearing out the internal fog of war, since we got the outskirts cleared. Crag Ogre. A group of elves stands in a scattered ring around an ogre, but they do not appear to be engaged in battle. The ogre is bound with rope, and one of the elves tugs harshly on the line tied around the ogre's neck. We got ourselves a cave troll. Nope, just an ogre. This is pointless, beast. You won't get anywhere being stubborn. The ogre only snorts angrily and pulls back on the rope. Two other elves prod him somewhat timidly with their poleaxes. The ogre does not budge. Hey, Vamrel. One of the elves has turned to look at you, motioning at the man occupied with the ogre. Can't shake this cough today. It was getting better. The elves turn to look at you, hands falling to their weapons. Vamrel gives a final sharp yank of the rope before he turns as well. You're a long way from home, Lore 5. Oh, we'll be further from it still tomorrow. Just picking up some help along the way. He looks up at the ogre. What are you doing to that ogre? This creature will accompany us to Wasteland. We've had some trouble on the roads, but having an ogre along should put an end to it. I purchased him from some slave hunters not far from here, looking to recoup their expenses, I expect. Not sure he's quite worth quite so much coin. Punch the nearest elf. Pale elf assassin, might 18. You stride forward purposely and knock the elf flat with one solid blow to the jaw. The other elves turn, startled. As they heft their weapons, the bound ogre takes advantage of the commotion and hauls backward, tearing the rope free of his captor's hands. With a triumphant roar, the ogre pulls apart the bindings on his arms. Stop that ogre, but don't damage my property, and bring me that fool's head. I don't hold much truck with slavers. A saber. Let's see if it's an upgrade for her. $17 to $25. Nah, I'm not even gonna bother. I might be able to upgrade it to the point of usability, but I might not. And I've got good weapon already. You spy a tuft of fur caught on the shrub. You recognize the scent of a wolf.
Let's go.
That's it!
Right.
That's it!
Let's do bounding missile.
This is getting nowhere!
Russetwood Crater.
Don't see many on these roads, and the few we do are hunters, woodcutters, or smugglers.
She cocks an eyebrow at you and gives you a half smile. She holds herself with confident grace, a conspicuous holster slung over one hip. Beyond her is a wagon loaded with supplies. Manacles dangle from one end. She's a slaver. Which are you, hunter, woodcutter, or smuggler? The high, clear pearls of her laughter ring across the snowy plain.
I suppose you could say I'm a hunter.
Her fingers drum the tooled leather of her holster.
I'm looking for a fugitive from Raid Ceres, an indentured servant, and a wanted criminal.
The smile disappears from her face like a candle flame snuffed out by the wind. She watches you through humorless eyes. What exactly is he wanted for?
Besides breaking his indenture, he slew his master's 13-year-old son, killed the boy before he fled.
He belongs in prison, not in a slaver's pen.
His master sees it differently. Shame we couldn't do business.
Not much of a shame. I'll gladly kill slavers.
That's not very helpful.
Let's go.
Let's see. Anything good on the person? Nope. Another ice troll heart.
Sure.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Okay, let's... Now it's not a bad time to heal up. Especially since there's a campfire right here. As you walk toward the frozen pond, a figure appears through the mist. Kneeling down next to a hole in the ice, the figure picks up a large chest and throws it into the water without hesitation. The figure looks around. You glimpse a face you've seen before. Quetzalcoatl, one of Loftus' acolytes, pulls a hood over his head and throws a leather bag over his shoulder. Without looking back, he walks away in the direction of Stalwart Village. Save our game, it's been a bit. Cloudy water is visible through a large hole cut through the thick ice. It is larger than a fishing hole, wider than a broad-set amoa. Stirred, the surface of the water laps against the layered ice. You reach out to test the water. It nips at your fingers with every ripple, quickly numbing your hand after a few seconds. Inspect the area. You carefully inspect your surroundings. Animal tracks are plentiful, but what appear to be the footprints of Kith are also present near the hole. Looking closer into the hole, you notice a jagged ring of frost adhering to its walls. It has been rebroken, perhaps more than once. You look through the water to the bottom of the pond. The water swirls, silty and nearly opaque. You attempt to see through the murk, but can make out nothing in particular. Dive in and search the bottom of the pond. Who will dive in? Bulwark against the elements. Cast Bulwark against the elements before diving in. Have Bulwark cast it. Sorry. Aloth begins to draw energy out of the ether and into a grimoire. There's a sudden flash of light from the open page, and you're bathed in a protective aura. You dip your hand into the water. You can feel its ripples climbing up your skin, but you notice no change in temperature, as if the water itself had become lukewarm. The cold, it seems, is no longer a threat. Who will dive in? I'll dive. You dive into the water. The turbulent darkness engulfs you, but its embrace feels almost warm and welcoming. Occasionally, a cold shiver runs through your limbs, but the protection offered by the spell lets you swim with ease to the bottom of the pond. Directly below the hole, at the very bottom, your hands find heavy objects made of wood and metal. They are chests, small but heavy. You start to bring them up to the surface, one by one, struggling to carry their weight through the water. After a heroic effort, you come out of the frozen pond. You let a few minutes pass to recover from the ordeal, and then you're ready to inspect your findings. The chests are marked with symbols of Vondra. You grab one of them and pry its lid open to reveal its contents. Inside, all you see are rocks. You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same results greet you after opening it. More rocks and nothing of value. Something is assuredly amiss. As proof of your findings, you take one of the empty chests with you. So they lied. Big shock. The carcass steams in the snowy chill. The kill is recent. Okay. Got a cave there and a wolf cave up there. Let's go to the wolf cave first. Let's save our game before we go in. Sorry. Just can't shake the cough today.
Laying low.
Oh, it's a werewolf. Druid wolf. Standing tall amongst the wolves inhabiting the cavern, this creature turns to face you as you venture forward. Scores of wounds and scars riddle its hide, and one dull eye stares out blindly from its skull. It growls a threat as you approach, one echoed by its fellows. You know this half-wolf for the spirit-shifted form of a druid, though you see no gleam of kith intelligence within its gaze. At the creature's feet lie 2 villagers, one heavily wounded. The other holds an arm across his stomach, and he looks up at you, pleading in his eyes.
Help! Please help us!
As the beast turns its head back towards the hunter, you sense a strange aura emanating from it. It is as if its hide were holding in a tempest of soul essence, fierce and all-consuming as flames. Reach out for the beast's soul. It takes little effort before the beast's soul threatens to overwhelm you with its intensity. Wrath and hunger buffet you on all sides until you reach through the storm to find a small, dimmer pulse of light and are swept headlong into a memory. The chill bites into your cheeks and your lungs burn a little from the run. You look down at the little wooden carving in your hand and you run your thumb along the edge of the carved bear's spine. The totem has already brought you luck. You found 2 rabbits and as many snares, and that's a rare enough feat these days. You're certain now that this was a gift from Galloway, that you were meant to find it on that lonely shrine and take it.
Soldier.
Your father's voice snaps you out of your reflections, and you rush forward to rejoin him beside the campfire. You brandish the hairs and catch a glimpse of a rare smile under his graying beard. But the smile disappears almost immediately as a shadow falls over you both. You feel the rush of wind a moment before the log comes crashing down, and roll out of the way just in time. You hear your father cry out in pain somewhere nearby. Both the hairs and the totem slip from your grasp. You could feel power surging within you. Your heart thunders in your chest, but instincts pull your senses into order, and you feel the familiar stretch of limbs, the sudden dizzying shift in height. But something is wrong. Your senses are fading rather than growing stronger. There's a howling in your head like a screaming chorus, and everything in you shrieks for you to bite, to tear, to eat. The memory slips from you, and when you come back to yourself, the beast is shaking its head as if to clear an itch, clawing at its ears. Soldrin? The creature snaps and snarls, evidently uncomprehending. It edges toward the nearest hunter, even as it watches you balefully with its single eye. I have to save the hunters, don't I? Rush to help the hunters, the beast turns from its wounded prey to face you, lunging forward with claws outstretched. I had to save the hunter.
Sure.
Bless you, stranger. We'll make our way back to the village. I thought we were done for.
Margren's fire casts light in dark.
Oh yeah, there's a quest. The Mornite Circle added. The quest expires in 2 days. A secret society of animancers has been traveling around the Eastern Reach, promising to restore life to lost loved ones. They perform their rituals at clandestine meetings in various cities, never staying in one place for more than a few days, which is automatically shifty and shady. Though some spark of life appears to be restored to the bodies they revive, authorities suspect that the group is behind abductions, murders, vivisections, and other ghastly practices that appear to be required by their methods. To make matters worse, those restored to life rapidly decompose or go mad within days of the resurrection. Concerned animancers and various civic authorities are seeking help in tracking down those responsible. We're going to send the grieving mother on this one. Two-handed wand. Let's take a look. Oh, he's using the special one. Yeah, we're gonna keep using that. Okay, so that's another quest done. And let's go to the Flames That Whisper cave.
There's no accounting for taste. See this.
Found something.
Guess let's go this way first. Petrified skulls, cold and hard as stone. Wax tears dribble from the eye sockets. Unlocking that requires the proper key. which I don't have yet. See. Let's try the ice shoot. If we could talk them to the matron, maybe we don't have to kill these ogres. Okay, let's save. So far, we've avoided killing any of the ogres. Though, if it turns out I can't make peace with the matron, if the matron is here, I will slaughter them all. A wide shaft snakes deep underground. The lip is surrounded by scattered refuse and half-gnawed carcasses, but wisps of light wink along the walls below. Yet the chute disappears into darkness. Peering into the depths, all you can see are shattered bones and streaks of frozen sludge stuck in the ice. A rancid odor of rotted meat wastes from the chute. Inspect your surroundings. The ice that varnishes the chute feels slick and smooth. It won't offer any traction. The faint echoes from the depths suggest that it's a long way down. However, you notice a thick stalagmite nearby. It looks sturdy enough to hold a rope and a grappling hook. Secure grappling hook. Secure your hook to a thick, solid-looking stalagmite, giving the rope a tug for good measure. It holds, and you cast the free end into the darkness of the chute. Climb down the rope. You grab the rope and plant your feet as best you can against the slippery ice. You lower yourself slowly, seeking out rough patches and ribs in the marbled and filth-streaked ice. After several minutes, the mouth of the chute disappears above you. The climb tests your patience more than your strength, forcing you to choose your footholds carefully, until the chute opens into a wide cavern around you. You lower yourself hand over hand, keeping your half-numbed fingers wrapped around the rope. You still can't see the bottom, but as you look around, a glint of light catches your eye. You see a small outcropping clinging to the wall nearby. Skeletal remains cluster on the ledge, and between the bones you detect a glimmer. The edge of the outcropping is just close enough that you might be able to swing toward it. Swing on the rope to make a grab for the ledge. You heave your weight from side to side, building momentum. The rope creaks under the increasing stress, but the ledge is almost within reach. You swing once more. As your fingers brush the outcropping, a loud crack resonates down the chute, and the rope gives beneath your weight. You experience a panicked moment of free fall before the rope snags again. While you can't see all the way to the mouth of the chute, you guess that your grappling hook dug its claws into a ridge in the ice just in time. It's holding, for now. You tighten your grip about the rope and consider your options as the rope creaks softly overhead. Try to reach the ledge again. Despite the risk, you decide to make another attempt at the ledge. You pump your legs to get your rope swinging once more. Quickly picking up speed, you prepare to reach for the outcropping. A metallic clang echoes above you. The hook tumbles from its anchor above you. You pick up speed and wind whistling past your ears and a scream tearing from your throat. You slam against jagged rocks and hard ice, tumbling down the narrow tunnels. The world spins around you. With a final crash, the chute spits you out into an open cavern. Had to go for the shiny. Always have to go for the shiny. Okay.
Let's. Let's go. Right.
I will walk unseen.
Ooh, regeneration. Who else needs belt? Belts for everybody. He needs a belt. There you go.
You might find this interesting.
Light armor. Okay. He's got kind of a crappy light armor, so let's take a look at is compared to this one. Better damage resist, recovery speed's the same. It's superb rather than exceptional, which is better. Plus 25 defense against hobble, stuck, paralyzed attacks. Grants nature's vigor. Yeah, let's go ahead and let him use that. It's an upgrade. Let's see if we can enchant it. Of resolve. And crush proof. Wonder what's making that weird noise. Whatever it is, it's up here. Let's finish checking the circular area though.
does the flame reveal?
Campfire. Let's go ahead and use it. And we'll loot that one, so we'll still be at the max of 4 campfires.
Right.
Scrying chamber key.
Let's go!
Keeping an eye out.
Sure.
Alright, let's head up into the weird sounding place.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's save our game and head into the ruins and see what's there.
Let's go!
Not a sound.
You should see this.
Let's go exploring this way first. Nope. That's an ogre. Let's see if we can get our way to the matron, maybe I can avoid having to kill ogres.
You might find this interesting.
I mean, if I have no choice, I'll slaughter all the ogres. They're ogres. But I would prefer not to have to do that without talking to the matron first.
Let's go!
Sure.
Steady does it.
Looks like stairs up. Alright. Let's kill me some ogres then. Tried to avoid it, but no matter which way I go, I'm gonna encounter ogres before I get to the matron.
Nice and slow.
That's it! That's it!
Take that!
Let's go. Steady does it. Let's go. Let's go.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Yeah, let's head up here, I guess.
I'm here.
Hey.
Let's go.
That's it.
Keeping quiet. Sure.
That means we'll probably use up a campfire while we're here. None of my guys are desperate, but since it's here,
I'll have it in no time.
yeah, use it.
The work of a moment.
Okay, so that's to Upper Cavern. Oh, wait. No, go back. Might as well finish this out.
Step lightly.
Right. Let's go.
That's it.
I'll see what's ahead.
Severed horn. The world around you blurs and fades to black. When your vision returns, you find yourself in a small wooden hut, its interior dimly lit by the embers in a nearby fire pit. You're wearing mail armor several sizes too large for you, and clutched in your hands is the ivory horn of some sea creature, one end sharpened to a point. What are we going to do, Garode? Your sister Keitha huddles near you, her wide eyes fixated on the hut's door, which has been barred shut. The door shudders and splinters beneath heavy blows coming from the other side, and rage growling can be heard just beyond the door. All at once the world halts around you. The pounding stops. Wooden splinters from the door hang suspended in the air. Keitha no longer trembles, no longer breathes, her eyes fixed in place like a doll's. The wisps of essence you had followed to this point in the memory has dwindled to little more than a faint trail. However, you find by concentrating on what might have happened next, you are able to sense whether it truly did. Unbar the door and fling it open wide. No sooner does your mind touch on the possibility than the world lurches back into motion. A large creature resembling a bear and taller than any man in your tribe stands just outside the door. Its coal black eyes widen slightly in confusion when it sees you. Dodge past the creature and escape. You dash past the creature before it can react and sprint away from the hut. The creature doesn't pursue and turns its attention to Keitha. Your sister's cries of agony and the creature's growls fade. Is that how it happened? It's been so long, hard to remember. I had the vision when I picked up a horn, part of a helm, apparently. A helm, yes. My helm. I remember it. But who was I? Why haven't I returned to the wheel? Maybe if you knew who you were, you would know whether it was time to move on. That helm is all that remains of my old life. If you have found some of me within one piece, perhaps my memories are scattered within the rest of it. Perhaps there is a piece to be found in its reassembly. Perhaps there is peace to be found in its reassembly. I'll track down the other parts of your helm. Thank you, my friend.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay, so I got a upper cavern, upper cavern, upper cavern. This is the way I came in, though. Not sure what this is. Gemstones glitter between the veins of iron ore. They're deeply embedded within the cave wall, and extracting them all intact would require a hammer and chisel as well as a deft touch. Use a hammer and chisel to carve the gemstones out of the wall. The chisel keeps slipping from your grip, and your careless hammer blows destroy some of the more valuable gems. Fortunately, you're able to retrieve the rest without any trouble. Okay, so that one seemed like the main one. Let's go over here. Everywhere else on this lower cavern is explored, so we gotta work our way back up.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, so I avoided the ogres here, and I avoided the ogres here. So let's see where the path leads. Probably just gonna have to kill myself some ogres.
That's it!
Let's go.
What? That's it!
Sure.
Aye?
Laying low.
The inside of this minecart is caked with blackened grease. It smells of burnt fat. Cheese wheel. Okay, so we're finished exploring here. Let's go up here. Kill us some ogres. Crag ogres.
That's it!
Nice and slow.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
There's a cannonball-shaped dent in the front of this shield.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Medium shield. I don't think he uses a medium shield, but let's take a look. Nope. Okay. So, upper cavern's fully explored, but there's some ways up from the lower cavern. There's one way up that I haven't gone yet. So we're gonna explore that. It may be oh, it's here. It's behind here, and I have the key to that now, I think. At least I found a key on the lower floor.
Laying low.
Okay, let's save before we open the sealed door. Well, that's cool how the winches and chains go through the skull-like face. There's the matron. Maybe.
Fish. Sweat. Sulfur.
The ogre matron sniffs at the air. Her nostrils are as wide and dark as 2 pistol barrels. Ah, good. The smell still lingers.
You approach the flames that Whisper clan with the stamp of stalwart heavy upon you. You fill our halls with dreams of battle and bloodshed.
A feral grimace parts the matron's teeth, yet even while her fingers clamp into fists, she watches you carefully. Why would I attack you? It was the Wolf of Many Mouths clan that attacked Stalwart.
Matron Forgash's clan. But it's rare that you thin-skinned folk know the difference. And Stalwart.
Her teeth lock back into a snarl.
The villagers spy on our camps and spoil our hunts. They pick us off only to retreat behind their walls.
Cold fury rumbles in her voice.
Like a crack in the ice, they spread deeper into our lands with each waning moon. But we'll answer them blow for blow.
She punctuates her words by ramming one meaty fist into the other. The villagers seek the White Forge. They're not after you.
Yet they come with weapons in hand, and mark their passage with the blood of my kind.
Wiry black hairs bristle along her arms and neck.
And their strength fails, so they send you to carve a path through the fallen keep.
Durgan's battery unsettles you.
Of course it does!
Her hot breath hisses between bared teeth. The other ogres growl and glare at you. I think you have their attention, Ponzeric.
It's the diseased carcass of a ruined civilization. It festers with restless spirits and rotten magics. I see. Ugh.
She roars and clutches her head with wide, long-fingered hands.
Dreams. Hailstones falling like cannonballs from the ramparts. A frozen gale screeching through the tower door.
Her nails plow trenches through her ropey hair and raise a spot of crimson from her scalp. Finally, her growls subside and her breathing slows. She looks back at you with bloodshot eyes. Most dreams are fears given a face, but that does not mean those fears are unfounded.
My dreams drove me to found this clan. Now my dreams tell me that Stalwart's ambition will destroy us.
The histories indicate that the Parugran dwarves battled amongst themselves in Durgan's battery.
Then let their spirits lie there among the dreams that infected them. And now you'll tell me why you're here.
I heard another adventuring company, members of the Leaden Key, crossed your path. I'm looking for anything they might have found.
The Night Winds whispered this name to me. They found us, clubs and cannons ready. As for what we found on them...
She sighs, heavy plumes gust from her nostrils.
I've more trust in you than those villagers. Or the next pack of fools they call here.
She scratches her head and the rough sound is like the scraping of an iron file. High praise indeed.
I'll give you my blessing. And the remains of the last clods that passed through. Perhaps they found something of value to you. But you must keep Stalwart from harassing us further.
She raises one thick brow to regard you. Agreed.
Then take the bounty of your foolish predecessors. May it serve you better.
Her lip twitches. One of the ogres standing near Berrigan mutters something in her ear.
Under the circumstances, I'll overlook your slaughter of my clan. You shall have the peace of flames that whisper. For now, I hope your skills are as fine as your words. It is rare that a matron betrays her dreams.
Huh?
The morning circle complete. Grieving Mother returns to the stronghold of 20... Okay, let's take a look. The secret society known as the Mourning Circle repeatedly eluded Grieving Mother's pursuit, As soon as Grieving Mother discovered their latest location, they would begin the process of moving to a new town. It turned out that the Mornin Circle had an extensive spy network at their disposal. Eventually, Grieving Mother managed to capture a senior member of the group who was more than willing to give up information on her brothers and sisters. In a Rhodes End charnel house, Grieving Mother and trusted soldiers of the Manham family confronted and killed most of the cult's leaders. Though some members of the group escaped, the Earl of Hellsgate, Fira Manham, was confident that the power of the Deerwood was broken. Good. Okay, let's see what they gave me. Speckled beef jerky, some potions. Leaden Key robes, Boudica hood, Leaden Key expedition journal.
Huh? Right.
Let's talk to the matron again.
You may wander our camp freely.
I've already wiped out your camp because you wouldn't let me just fucking... So let's see what quests have been updated. Ogre Matron's done. Return to Alif. Return to Hayfrick. Return to Thrisic. Return to Stalwart. Okay, so I have 4 quests to go turn in Stalwart. Wait, there was that shiny thing on the climb down. I need to get that. It's probably a weapon of some sort. Let's go back inside as soon as it's loaded here. There it is. Let's see if we can get to it from below perhaps. Here they come to save the day. Pons Eric's band is on the way. An icy shaft leads up into the darkness. The walls of the shaft are slick and handholds are few. There's no way to climb up from down here. Okay, so whatever it was, I either can't get it or it's lost or whatever. So let's just go back. We haven't gone up this path, but I'm sure it leads into the downward path near the matron.
Huh? Yeah.
Let's go back to Stalwart Village and turn these quests in. Bad news for Thissik. His son was lost. He was the wolf. Bad news for poor Thissik. You sense the presence of one of the other pieces of Geralt's helm nearby. Could be anywhere. Does nearby mean like on this part of the village or anywhere in the village? Maybe it's down here. Probably over here, I think. Talk to Okran. He may have one of the quests. I know where the gift bearer cast your heirlooms away. Did you find them? What are the medallion? The chests of offerings to Andra were empty. How's that possible? He scratches his bristly beard, murmuring to himself. A flash of understanding crosses his face. Someone took it. Who? Do you know? I suspect Lafta knows. I'm going to talk to her.
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device.
They've been stealing from really poor folk. They deserve whatever they get. If they try and attack me, I'll slaughter them all. They're stealing from poor, starving people. What a bunch of assholes. Using religion as a ploy. To steal from the pathetically poor. You return. How may the goddess help you? I found your chests. They were filled only with rocks. I see. No use in keeping this charade any longer, is there? Her group swings into action. The sounds of unsheathing blades fill the room. But we shouldn't act so rashly. She holds a hand up. The thieves keep their weapons pointed at you. We've been pretending, yes, but is it so different from what Andra's priests do? Villagers and travelers give us things they want to forget. We make them disappear. Isn't that the same thing? We aren't murderers, and we'd prefer to be as far away from this cursed place as we can. Lafta gestures at her accomplices. Why make a bloody mess out of this? I'm willing to help you look the other way. She fixes her eyes on you. Not a chance. I'll let the villagers decide what to do with you. Lafta stiffens, her face hard. As she raises her arm, the folds of her robes fall back to reveal a cocked pistol pointing at you. Stealing from the ultra poor? You deserve to die.
Let's go. Let's go.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Nice and quiet.
Singe Grimoire for him. And a key. The candled iron key. Heavy armor. Ocarion's heirloom. Okay, so heavy armor. He wears medium, light, 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 light. He wears heavy. So let's take a look and compare. Same damage reduction, recovery speed's the same. Exceptional, grants overwhelming wave, 1 per rest. -1 move speed. To be honest, it looks like I have better already. Oh, let's also learn any spells available. Nope. Well, we got the guy's heirloom back. He'll be happy. I was going to let them face the villagers' justice, but they're stealing from the super poor and starving. I'm hoping you've got good news. I have your medallion. Let's see it. The dwarf draws a wide smile under his bristly beard. Here it is. Elkron takes the medallion gingerly in his palms, taking care not to smudge it with his dirty fingertips. Yes, it's her medallion. He smiles and manages to pull his attention back to you. You've done good here today, I swear. If I had a kingdom's treasure to give you in return. I also found your armor. I don't need it. Don't know what I'd do with it. Keep it. More luck to you. I gained 1,200 copper. He turns around and walks away, looking not at the path ahead, but at the precious heirloom clenched in his hands. Even so, the stride of his short legs seems filled with confidence.
Huh?
Okay, let's go talk to Thrissic. It's not going to be a happy conversation, so let's save. Feel bad for the guy, but I couldn't let him kill villagers. Those are the two hunters that his son was about to eat. Or kill. One of the two.
Watch yourself on the mountain. In these lean times, everything looks like prey to something.
I found this wolf of yours.
I see. Is it done? Is he dead?
Yes, he's dead.
Then it is done at last. Thank you, stranger. I can't say I ever hoped this day would come, but it was inevitable.
The Spirit Shifter. Did you know him?
He was my son.
I
once.
knew. I'm sorry I couldn't get through to him. He was long gone. If there was any way to get through to him, I would have found it by now. Thrissic looks down, jaw tightening.
Difficult as it must have been, you did what you had to. The people of Stalwart are that much safer for it. You've brought me what peace the gods will allow me. This served me well in my younger days, and I hope that it will do the same for you. Welcome.
Okay, so let's take a look. Bonus range damage. This would be good for Sagani, so we'll save it for her. So he knew it was his son. He just didn't tell me.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Alright. The innkeeper. Then the mayor's house. And also the Orlan in the top part of the inn.
You have to help me. Ugh, I can't stay like this.
I think I have what we need. I just need to give these ingredients to Hayfrick.
Oh, thank the gods. I'll, wait here and hope nobody comes by to talk. any progress with Devala?
She said you agreed to your indenture and that you killed a boy in your escape.
And I thought you were going to get rid of Devala, not sell me out to her.
He takes a deep breath, but his eyes are still focused on you.
What she said is true. I had a gambling problem when I was younger. I've paid 7 years of my life for it. I won't pay any more. As for the boy, I didn't want to hurt him. But he saw me as I was sneaking out of the stockade.
His shoulders go limp and his gaze distant at the memory. He shakes his head.
I wish it had gone differently. But I'd do it again. Anything to keep from getting sent back to that place.
Your crime can't go unpunished. You'll do penance in the prison at Caed Nua. Aleph hunches like a cornered animal, baring his teeth in a grimace. His eyes dart around the dingy room and back to you. Finally, he straightens and sighs.
It's not a yoke around my neck. And I suppose it's better than dying in this frozen crater of a town.
He musters the last of his dignity and prepares for the long march to Caed Nua. He did kill a young boy. Two wrongs don't make a right. Sorry, but it's just the way it is.
Got rid of that little fella, eh? Take this with my thanks. Didn't need his trouble around here. Anyway, what brings you back?
Found the ingredients you asked for.
Still say a little hardship ought to put some sense into that man. But if you're set on giving him a hand, so be it. Give that here. There. Get him to down that and he'll be right as rain. And you can tell him he owes you one. I would have let him stew for at least a year or so.
Thank you.
You have to help me.
Give him the antidote.
I can't stay like this.
Here, Hafric says this ought to do it.
Really? Oh, on to bless you. Give it. Ugh, frothy. Hey, you did it. I can feel again.
He prods at his forehead and sticks out his tongue.
Oh, thank you. You're a saint among Kith. And I owe you one, I know it. I would have ended up a leper. Averick never did have any sense of proportion. Hey, here. Now that my hands are working again, I've been stitching this together for a while. Least I can give you, really. And now I'm going to stand here and breathe for a little while.
Okay, so... Nobody can really use it, so it might be something for her vase next time I'm in town. Let's go to Renegold's house. Talk to her and let her know to stay away from the wrong ogre tribe.
You did right in parlaying with Baragon. Don't know that anyone else here is gonna see it that way, but I thought you should know.
You've been busy since we last spoke. I want to thank you for what you've been doing for Stalwart.
Okay, so there ain't any more quests to turn in? Any tasks? So there's Peace and Stalwart Village somewhere I have to find. Have to ask around about it. Okay. Not right now, though. I think I'm about to wrap it up. Gonna save my game, and then we'll continue on tomorrow. We'll find the piece of the helmet in Stalwart, and then we'll go to the place to the east of Stalwart Village. So I appreciate everybody who came out, stopped by. But I am going